6 a.m. and already the boy ain't right.
End of the week, it's time to unwind. Good times on your screen. Leave your worries behind. The way to start your day with laughter and cheer. Join us on Facebook Friday Live. We'll bring joy, have no fear. It's Facebook Friday Live. It's Facebook Friday Live, the best morning show in town. Local events and fun happening all around. Good vibes, great people, Lynn and Marco. The guy in the 419. Stay right here to Facebook Friday Live. Good vibes, great people, Lynn and Marco. The guy in the 419. Stay right here to Facebook Friday Live.
It's in there. but
Good morning, Facebook Friday Live. Matt Hecker, good morning to you, sir. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's tuning in right now. Watch it on Guy in the 419 and K100. Do me a favor, hit that like and share button. We got some hours ahead of us. We're going to be talking about, are we going to be talking about the controversial thing?
I don't know, man.
I don't know how you can't talk about it.
I mean,
but
yeah.
There's some, God, I don't want it to be true.
I know.
I don't want it to be true. You know how much
All right, hold that thought.
All right. Hold the thought.
K100, Lynn and Marco. Feel
Lynn
Good Friday,
and Marco. Feel Good Friday Facebook Live. Our show brought to you by Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Appreciate them for doing that. We got lots to do today, man, and so excited to be right here.
Including tickets to that Randy Hauser, Justin Moore show. We've got your last chance to beat the box office. Also for the
Rascal Flatts show.
The Rascal Flatts show.
Yeah.
I get 2 days off. What can I say?
Yeah.
But now let's get a first morning look at news.
And good Friday morning. I'm James Starks with the 13 Action News headlines. A judge has handed down the sentence in the federal fraud trial of Toledo civil justice activist Sir Major Page. He's been ordered to serve 42 months in prison for wire fraud and money laundering. Page spent money donated to a Black Lives Matter Facebook group on himself, buying things like travel, even a house. He will even turn himself into U.S. Marshals in the coming weeks. And schools indeed opened this morning after a threat was made against Southview High School in Sylvania Thursday. The school tells 13 ABC they conducted an investigation and spoke with a male student and his parents. They added that student would receive, quote, the appropriate discipline. And it's the lucky 7th week of our Goodwill Pass It On Challenge, and the Maumee Panthers and the Genoa Comets should both feel like winners, collecting nearly 19,000 pounds of donations. But this week's winner is Maumee. They get that $500 scholarship, with Genoa getting $250. Next week, it is a City League matchup between the Rogers Rams and the Scott Bulldogs. Now, you're up to the minute. I'm James Starks with 13 Action News.
K100 weather from the Jim White Toyota Weather Center. Cars arriving daily. Right car, right price. Right now, here's 13 ABC's Ross Ellett.
It'll start off sunny for the morning, turn cloudy for the afternoon, and more sunshine arrives for the evening. We'll have a high around 75. It should be clear overnight tonight with a low down to 52. Saturday will be sunny and nice with a high around 74, and warmer on Sunday with a high of 79 degrees with a few extra clouds in the afternoon. And the First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ross Ellett.
It's 52 now at K100. Traffic in fine shape at this hour. No problems to pass along. But if you spot something, please get a hold of us on that Perrysburg Premier Garage Door phone and text line at 419-240-1000. It's the service of your information station, Toledo's K100.
There's a better.
All right.
There you go. Bonnie Rhodes, good morning to you. Woo. Kevin Yarbrough is on, and Maurice Swope is tuning in. Thank you so much, you guys. Great to hear from you. Yeah, what's the whole deal that he was just talking about on the news? The guy that's he was just sentenced to 42 months, and he made some kind of fake BLM
Black Lives Matter stuff. And
yeah,
then donated to himself.
That is what. Yeah.
42
months. There's just some terrible people out there.
Yes.
I think that I was out. I don't know. Nothing ever came of it, but I was out at West Unity yesterday. And
Wasn't that where it's going to be Christmas Town?
that's one of the things I'm talking about. Things that are coming
How
up.
Cool.
It's Christmas Town. It's really cool. I was out there yesterday. I took the boys out there, and I went to, my boys. Okay, they're running around this shop, and the owner's like, "Boys, you can be in here, but you can't run around." I'm like, guys, like you know this, you know how to behave in shops because of what happened the last time.
What happened?
What happened last time was, let me tell you this. So these guys go into a
Now, what are the ages of the boys?
11 and 8.
Okay.
Right. So might as well be a couple bowls in a china shop, right?
Yeah, of course.
So they go into this art shop in downtown Sylvania. And they're, they got the idea like, hey, we can start making videos too to, and Dad'll put it up on his page and stuff like that. It's promoting a business. So they go into this art shop, which they have no business being in because they're not going to buy anything. They're like, okay. Jack.
First, let's start this. You're not a helicopter parent, are you?
No, I wasn't even there.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, they rode their bikes
All
there.
right. Okay, go ahead.
So
But of
Jack
all
said,
places, why would they go into an art shop?
I know. There's a candy shop right down the road. Like,
if I'm 8 or 11, the art shop is the very last place
Right?
on my list.
now I wish that the owner had said, hey, you can't come in here without your parents. Right. I wish that she had said that. But so Jack sits down on this bench and puts his feet up on
Is the bench art?
No.
Okay.
No, the bench is just a place to sit.
Good question.
Puts his feet on the coffee table and goes to push the coffee table away with his feet. Now on the coffee table is art. And off breaks this vase.
Was it like from the Ming Dynasty?
Well, no, but $240.
So you bought a broken
So
vase.
yeah,
Did you try to glue it back together?
that's one of my older son's art projects. Is your
Punishment project.
you went first. I went and I mean, they didn't have much in their bank accounts, but I drove everything down to $5.
So you charged them?
Heck yeah.
100%.
How much did you take from them?
As
$240.
much as I could.
How much was it?
It was maybe $75 of the 240.
Dude,
So he's working.
harsh.
He's working. No, he's working
That's
on
Well, how come
Ross.
it's both of them? One put the foot on, so now other guys getting in trouble
because he's
of
the older one and he knows that he
Accomplice.
never should have been in there in the first
see,
place.
That's
Mhm.
terrible.
He never should have been in there in the
No
first place.
way, dude.
So,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah, oh yeah,
Good parenting.
No,
Oh, yeah.
What?
absolutely,
Guys,
absolutely.
it's collateral damage. I mean, dude.
He never
won't
should have
be
been in there.
again.
He had no business. He had no business being in there. So that was his punishment. So now they're in there. Okay. So now I'm going to go interview this one. They're running around like, guys, you know how to behave. So okay,
Now they don't have any money.
they
so
calm
why would
down,
they even
right.
care?
So then this woman is sitting on the couch that's in there, and Jack is kind of like this. And I said, hey, buddy, I said, you can't sit there because I'm going to interview this woman. And he gets up and he goes like this, points his butt towards her.
Stop
forces
it!
out-
No.
Forces out a fart. And it was like,
God, I love this kid.
I was
Oh my God. You had to be mortified.
mortified.
Oh my God.
Mortified.
How did you not laugh?
I was disgusted. So I put my get up. So right now, go outside. I'm parked in the street.
Oh, the anger face that
And
you can't make because somebody.
I put him in the car. I was like, sit in the back of that car right now. So then I'm out there. We're out of the street. We're doing the interview out on the
stop.
sidewalk.
So you go outside. He's in the car. Now you have to come back in and address the elephant in the room.
Oh yeah, I said I am so sorry. She goes, it's okay.
Is she a mom?
She's, I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, that's
So,
even worse.
I
if
know.
She's not a mom.
So I do this interview with her. She's the one who owns all the stuff. The shops that are down there, right? We do this thing, and and he's sitting in the car's right there, but he's sitting anyway. So then she walks in. Thank you very much for that. She walks inside, and I open up that door, and I'm like, "What the hell were you thinking?" And I mean, I laid into him like, "You do not do that at all." So then I said, "Do you want to stay down here? We can grab some food, or do we just need to go home right now?" He's, "What do you want to do?" "I want to stay down here." Okay, all right then. And then that was it. That was it.
Oh my God, dude.
So we
that is
walk-
the best.
So I walk out. I was like, "Tie your shoes." So he ties his shoes. But then we're in this little
But like,
deli.
was it just a small fart, or did he like
doesn't
rip one?
matter.
I mean, did she hear it? I mean,
I don't know how audible it was. I just saw I knew what he was doing. It was like, stop.
I just want to.
So-
What was her face like? Just flabbergasted.
I think she was like, "What are you doing?" I think she even said, "What are you doing?"
Oh my God.
So
Oh my God,
I
that's the best.
so then we're in this little deli and we're getting some dinner, and she's outside talking to a police officer. Now, and it looks like he's writing something down. So it looks
like she's telling on him.
no. I think that somebody saw me yelling at my son
Oh.
and
Oh my
called
God.
and said that and then she was giving him a statement. But then they left and I never touched it, so nothing ever happened. But Michael, my oldest, he goes, "Hey, see the cop?" I was like, "Yeah, I saw him." He goes, "I think he's here for you." I'm like, I don't know, man.
But I'll tell you, because I was at the pumpkin farm the other day, and then there's this mother, her kids zigzagging out of. I mean, that parking lot is a busy
Yeah.
place to be,
Right.
and you've got people on wheels and people with dogs, and she's going, "Use your ears, please
Oh.
stop, don't do that."
Use your
Yeah, you're not making good choices, and I'm
Oh.
thinking, oh my God, yell at the kid
Yell at
because
him.
This
you
is
need
how
to
we
yell at
parent
him
in
to get him to
2024.
stop in his tracks.
You need
And,
to-
Right.
and she's like,
You
you
need
should.
to
And then
make
she
sure
looked
he's
at me,
aware of his surroundings. He
and then
has to
she's
check
looking at me
himself.
going, "Ah, like, what do you do?" I'm just wanting to go.
You yell at
I
him.
wanted to yell at her for God's sake.
Because they don't want to. Parents feel like their children's bad behavior is a reflection of them. It's a
It
reflection-
is
it's a-
sometimes.
sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. But only in so much that if you're doing that, yeah, I can understand why your child's out of control. They're not going to listen to you. They're
No.
not going to listen to you. But I think that people are afraid to yell at their kids because they're afraid
Of somebody doing that.
of somebody seeing them be like, "Oh, he's a child abuser." And like, you know what? I feel I had every right. If I wanted to give him a smack on his butt for doing that,
Oh, dude,
like,
I
oh.
can't tell you how many times I got my.
you
butt
want to
whooped
use
when I
that?
was a
You want to
kid.
use that thing as a weapon against
Yeah,
somebody else?
he
I
got
will
the belt.
smack. Yeah, he got the belt.
There's a song
You
about
got
it. Damn it. Jeez.
Yeah.
But
so,
no, there was a whole big thing on social media talking about the quiet voice versus the stern voice, and they show examples of these kids in motion, out of control, and somebody's doing that. Honey, stop. Use your, make good choices, and then you hear like the big dad voice come in and go, knock it off, and guess what? They stop in their
Oh
tracks.
yeah,
Immediately.
Oh my God, that my
'cause you
dad.
fear.
I was
Yeah.
terrified.
fear the
of
dad
my
voice.
father.
So that was my adventure.
That
in
is
Wow.
the best. Bro.
Unity yesterday.
Oh
God,
my
I
God!
could-
I wish I could have seen your
I
face.
could not. But I was mortified. I was absolutely like, come on.
Did
man.
you tell your wife?
Yeah. Well, no, I told him. I said, we're driving home, and I said, hey, listen. I said, yeah, I know I laid into you pretty hard. I said, so I'm not going to tell mom. You're going to tell mom.
That's even worse.
So then we got home, and he did. He ended up telling her.
Did he laugh during the story?
No,
So
no.
he knew it that
No,
Well,
way.
he-
that's
he
good.
knew-
That's good. He
So
knew
I
it.
told him, I said, man, I said, if you need to understand, because he's done this before, where like he'll do something that he thinks is funny.
Right. Well, it's funny to an 8-year-old.
Well, I told him, I said,
And
listen,
to
I said,
me, I laughed.
if you do that at home, you do it to me or you do it to Michael, you do it to Papa, like that's fine. That's yeah, that can be funny, right? That can be hilarious. I do it to him, right? I said, but you
Oh,
cannot,
Well, there we go.
but you cannot do that. You can't do it in public, and you can't do it to a stranger, and you absolutely cannot do it to a person that I'm about to interview.
Yeah, there was a lot of things.
Oh, there was so much wrong with it.
Oh my God. Ugh.
So my mother had to look if you get the look.
The look.
Oh,
Oh,
she
my-
said, if
yeah.
you had the look.
Yeah.
If you got the look, you were in trouble.
You got the look.
Yeah.
You knew you were close. The look got you
Yeah.
close. The next thing you did would be the one
Yeah.
that put it
That
over.
was
The
the-
look was the warning.
That
Right.
was the thing I wanted to master as a parent,
Yeah,
the look, because
the
my
look.
dad, that's all he had to do is give us a look, and
Right.
man,
you
we were
knew.
going to straighten up, and apparently I did master the look because my kids told me I was scary.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you being scary.
That's
That's good too.
yeah. But that's that's the thing is that you want them to fear the looks so that they don't continue.
Exactly.
Because you don't want. I don't want to spank my kids. I don't
No.
want to do that, but I will.
Right.
I absolutely will. Good morning, Kyle. Kyle Diebert.
Kyle,
Diebert.
what's up, man?
Diebert. I think it's Diebert.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's my dad. Well, obviously from the song that you made. Maybe we'll play. I actually have a new song that we're breaking out today.
Oh,
It's about the terrible drivers here in Toledo. But the song that I made
Of
previously.
which one of them plowed down my mailbox yesterday.
What?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Oregon
inspired-
drivers, man.
Well,
no,
the
these are
drivers-
visitors. These are visitors out to
Everywhere.
the pumpkin farm. They don't pay
Oh.
attention to the speed limit. They don't know
Oh.
where they're going. They
So-
don't realize you have mailboxes on the side of the road.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I made a song in the tune of Post Malone and Morgan Wallen's. I had some help. Mine is called "I Got the Belt" because that's exactly what I got when I was a kid. My dad
Yeah.
couldn't wait to take the belt off and whoop somebody's. Well, you know what? And so
Right.
now, did that stop me from being bad? Absolutely not. But I was terrified of him. I mean, it made me stop doing.
Boys are gonna be
other
boys.
things. Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna happen. We
But
fully
I
expect
mean,
it.
you definitely knew that you couldn't. You knew when it was time to settle down.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My son Jack, when he was at school, he had misbehaved. He had been doing some misbehaving, and the guidance counselor was talking to him, and she said, "Okay." She goes, "Do you want me to call your mom or your dad?" And he goes, "She's a very smart woman." He says, "My mom," and she goes, "Okay, so I'm going to call your dad."
Oh, the old double cross.
Oh, that's
was-
good.
It was cool, right?
Yeah,
I was
it
very,
is double cross.
good.
I was very impressed by that. I was like, "That's brilliant."
It really is.
Let me find out who the parent, because sometimes the woman is the one that's the
Oh yeah,
disciplinary.
for
Yeah.
sure.
It's funny because when I was a kid, obviously my dad, but when I was married for the time that I was married, my wife they came to me because I'm like, hey man, your mom is going to kill everybody. So you got to deal with that. So
So when when you were married, you still got the belt.
I still got just constantly in that. Yes. Which is why I'm no longer married. Just so you know. Yeah. So anyway, today we have a new song in the tune of Shaboozie's Bar Song. We're going to be
Nice.
debuting a new market. Now, my last song got 9 streams, which broke a record.
Man.
And so
we'll
this
see if
one,
we can get 10.
yeah, if we got 10, it would be
yeah.
And as nice as it is that he's debuting a new song, Eric Church is also debuting a new
Oh,
song.
somebody
today.
real,
Somebody
actually.
real. And somebody with a real cause. It's for the hurricane victims, and he's raising money for every stream that he gets. There's money going toward the
He'll definitely get 9.
restoration of the devastation down
He'll
there.
get 9.
Oh yeah,
streams,
at least.
probably
least.
this morning.
Kevin or Kyle says I wore my dad's belt more than he did.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
AJ, I would love to golf tomorrow morning. I can't because I'm going to be in the Thayer Ford 4x4 Fest that's taking place
Nice.
tomorrow in Bowling Green. So
AJ,
very
let's
excited
do
about
it
that.
next weekend. I'm going to be out of town this week. I'm going to see my son. So, or I totally would. I mean, I was home for like 4 weekends in a row, AJ, but you kept golfing in all the tournaments and not inviting me and Pat.
No, that's Trenton.
Oh, okay.
That's Trenton that
All
does
right,
that.
yeah, I gotta figure out who we're yelling at.
Who are we giving a hard time to?
All right, hold that thought.
All right.
Here we go. That's Gabby Barrett here on K100 Lynn Marco.
100 Lynn and Marco. Guy in the 419. Feel Good Friday. Friday Facebook Live. We're live on Facebook. We're going to my YouTube channel here today, which I'm so excited about. So if you're watching us on YouTube there, that's pretty cool. And we're LinkedIn and X.
We're on Facebook,
Everywhere.
X. Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Love it.
Yeah.
We've already told a very funny story. You have to go back and watch that. Today, mix of clouds, sun, nice outside, 75 going to be our high. Clear tonight, low 52. For tomorrow, sunny and 74. A couple real nice days in a row here.
It's 52 now. K100, your weather is sponsored by Jim White Toyota. Cars arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. Traffic not in bad shape. We do look to be trouble-free. Construction zone traffic moving freely as well. 419-240-1000. Call or text anytime that you spot a problem and then helps us pass it along. The line is sponsored by Perrysburg Premier Garage Door.
You thought grandma was bad?
What does your ass want now?
She's nothing compared to this. It's Tough Love with Siri on K100.
We're talking on Facebook about who is the disciplinarian in your house. Ours is Siri. We have a very special Siri. She's on that first operating system when she was super mean to everybody on that iPhone 5S. And now she's super nice, but not ours. So you can ask her questions here at 6:20 and 8:20 every single morning on our show. We got this from Terrence, who lives in Toledo. Thank you. He says very simply, Siri, settle this debate between me and my wife. Is it Coke or is it Pepsi? The age-old debate. Oh, wow.
Oh, I am 100% right or die a Coke fan all day, every day. Coke demolishes Pepsi in my books. It has a far more crisp and refreshing flavor, and after you drink it, your teeth don't feel fuzzy with gunk. That being said, if Pepsi wants to sponsor my segment Tough Love, then I will proudly say we don't need Coke. It tastes like crap and it makes you grow a huge red unibrow when you drink it. Don't Google that. It's a fact. Ball is in your court, Pepsi. Let's do this. I'm down to be a huge corporate sellout.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going for corporate sponsorship here. So, nice.
When I was a soda drinker, Coke all the way.
Yeah, I like Pepsi's a little too sweet, but I mean, I'm you know me. Diet Mountain Dew is the only thing I do. All right, we got this from Lydia, who's checking us out in Mommy. Thank you, Lydia. She says, Siri, I love my cats. They're always staring at me. What do you think my cats are actually thinking, though?
What is your cat thinking? The same thing that I think about you. That you are a giant moron and that they are better than you. Ha 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 ha. For real, that is what your cat thinks. Actually, I take that back. They don't think that they are better than you. They know that they are better than you. Your cat only keeps you around so that you can feed them. They pretty much just look at you like you are their personal assistant.
Yeah, you are your cat's personal assistant, for sure. If you ever have a cat, they just look at you like, yeah, I need some food.
I'll keep that in mind.
And I'll be back. Yeah, exactly.
You're in her world now.
All right.
There we go. AJ says, check your Marco Nation chat.
All right. Oh, so he must have. Yeah, you know what's funny is I don't really check that very much, AJ. So I have to apologize. I'm sure. I have like 9 pages. So, and you know me, like if I wasn't doing this, I would have 0 pages.
Right. Right.
So,
All right. So today is. Do you know what today is?
Friday.
It's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things. But do you know what national day it is today?
It's National Golf Lovers Day. So I was.
It is National Golf Lovers
What?
Day. That's one. That's
I know
one.
That. I love golf.
I do love golf, but you know, I don't play as much as I would like to.
Yeah.
Too busy. Like tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be in the 4x4.
I mean, you always play afterwards.
But no, I go, oh my God, no, I can't because okay, so we got that, and then it's so I'll be at the 4x4 fest in the morning, and then it's UT's homecoming.
It is.
So we're gonna go out to UT.
So much going on.
Go out to the tailgating. We've got a party at a friend's house. We're doing a chili cook-off. Literally, I'm so everybody submits their chili, and then literally I'm just taking cans of Hormel. I'm gonna dump it in and serve that as my own.
So you think everybody's doing that?
I don't know, maybe. I might throw maybe like a little paprika or something.
Yeah.
Something to
Like
change the flavor.
12 bowls of Hormel.
I tell you, dude, throw some Old Bay in there.
Some Old Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, done. Okay,
You
there
actually
you go.
might win.
Okay. So and then after that, then we're going out to the bash out at Imagination Station.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. So National Golf Lovers Day. What else?
Yep.
You were gonna say?
it is National Cinnamon Bun Day.
Oh, come on!
Oh.
Now I called a couple different places, and none of them would accommodate me for coming in at like 5:30. They're like, "Yeah, we open at 6." I'm like, "Cool. Like, could I come?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
Could I
30
come
minutes?
Could I come at 5:30?"
Right.
And I want to talk about this on our show. Like, I'm going to pay for it,
Right.
and I'll promote you. Well, no, nobody will be in here till 6.
Okay.
Okay.
The reason why I'm asking you.
Another person was like, "Yeah, we start cooking at 2. Cool. Can I buy some cinnamon buns from you at like
On the way in.
5:30
Right.
and weigh in?" Well, no, we don't. You know, they take a couple hours. We're not sure if they'll be ready by then. It's like,
3 hours?
make this happen.
Work
I am
with me,
trying
people.
to promote you.
Right.
I wanted to. So I said, screw it. I went to.
Did you get Pillsbury Doughboy?
Sure did.
Oh, there you
And
go.
I made some cinnamon buns.
Look at you.
Look at that. Oh,
we gonna
man.
rate 'em?
Look at that.
Oh my
There you go.
goodness, that looks pretty good.
Take a cinnamon bun.
You know
This-
she's not going to eat it.
I know she's
I
not.
can't. You
What do
guys.
you mean
I
you
can't
can't?
eat it because
what's on the hip, what's on the lips, wherever on the hip.
because I got my protein
I can't either.
bar
Watch
and they
this.
smart calories
Mm.
because I did
How
not
is it?
eat
It's
smart.
probably a little burn at the bottom. I apologize.
I did not eat
I
smart for the last.
I don't. They were actually in for less time than they were supposed to be.
You
they
are a
still got a little-
sweetheart.
Cooked on the bottom.
That's pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
So, are you a Tigers fan, Pat?
I'm not a Tiger fan.
That means no.
It's pretty exciting to see what they're doing, isn't it?
It's phenomenal. Yeah. Actually, first I'm a Cubs fan, but yeah, I like the Tigers.
You had years of BS.
What's that?
You had years of BS.
Oh, yeah.
as a Cubs, but I'm an Orioles fan. So
Right.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, when I was 19, when I was 19 years old, I moved out to Chicago, and I lived in Chicago, and so I would go out to Wrigley Field, and that just living out there, being in that stadium,
Mhm.
Wrigley Field is phenomenal. It was really cool.
Yeah, that is a cool field.
So that's what kind of made me a fan.
All right.
Good morning, Bat Wilson. Says she's gonna be late for work because it was a cold morning.
Well,
Guess what? I got news for you for the next 8 months.
it's going to be very cool.
It's gonna be cold for the next 8 months. Think it's gonna be a cold winter? I think it's gonna be a cold winter.
I hope not. I can't. It's so funny. Like I'm like the least. Everyone's like, "Oh, I get anxiety." And I'm like, I'm always pretty good with everything.
Yeah.
But man, from like right now until it gets really cold, like I know it's getting cold. I hate cold weather. I hate it. I shouldn't live here. I should live in Florida or South Carolina somewhere because and it gets to me like I start to, because I love golfing.
Right.
I love riding my motorcycle. I love being outside, and you can do none of that when it's 6 degrees outside
Right.
and windy and snowing.
So I like this weather right here.
This weather is okay.
This weather, I like the nice where it's like
70s.
fall weather. Yeah.
You got
I would say
slacks on.
I'd say between 60 to 70 degrees. That's a great.
Yeah.
Unless I'm swimming, obviously. If I'm going to be somewhere where I'm swimming,
Right.
obviously I want it to be really hot. But 60 to 70 degrees, I love it. Throwing on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. I think that's
Yeah. Or golf in a nice pair of pants and a
Yeah.
shirt, and you're not sweaty.
Yep.
100%. But I know the cold is coming, and it's like what is it? Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. and
Uh-huh.
It's just like this worse. You're like, oh my god, it's dark. Because listen, I get up at 3:30, and so soon here I'll be up when it's dark, and then I usually. I'm here at the station doing stuff, and then you're going home when it's dark,
Yep.
and you're just living in darkness and
Living in
cold. And
darkness.
I don't know how anybody survives it.
So how do you beat it?
Well, here's what I started doing about 5 years ago. I seriously, so I try to save as much vacation time as I do, and I have a Spirit Airlines thing where I can jump on a weekend. It's like $49 to fly to Orlando or something,
Oh, nice.
and I just go for the weekend, and I come back, and I do that probably 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow.
And so like once a month,
You're just gone.
I just go
Just
to
go to
like
Orlando.
Orlando, and it's like sunny and 75, and it's like.
And what do you do? What do you just
Nothing. I just go to a hotel. I go, I walk around. I'm just out in the sun.
just out in the sun?
I'm out in the sun.
That's phenomenal. That's
Yeah.
great.
And that's the only way I can cope at this point.
So so what'd you do this past week? Say like, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday. Let's go with specific. Wednesday. What'd you do Wednesday?
I don't know. I mean, I worked a lot. I had a video shoot.
Ah. So somebody was waiting for you
What?
all day Wednesday, and you never
No.
showed.
I was supposed to get my hair cut on.
Ah.
but
there
I
it is.
mean, I got locked up into doing some video editing and some other stuff that I had to do for the radio station. And I looked up and it was like 6:30. I'm like, I'm not going out. So that's what happened.
Oh man.
Well,
Well, you gotta make it up to Bonnie.
Well, I didn't make an appointment though. I just said, hey, I might stop in.
No.
So
Yeah, I got word. I won't say it. It was something weird that came up.
about me?
No.
Oh.
No. So I'm a big fan of the of grooming. Are we going on?
Yep.
All right.
K100, Lynn and Marco, thanks so much for hanging out. It's a Feel Good Friday.
It's a Feel Good Friday. It's a Friday Facebook Live. It is also a chance for to hang out and say hi to us live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. We're everywhere. We're literally everywhere. Your sports report here brought to you by Zavotzi's Custom Meats and Deli. And it is super awesome last night. Kirk Cousins, did you watch that football game? He threw like 6 touchdown passes. He passed for 509 yards and beat Baker Mayfield 36-30 in overtime. And it was an insane back and forth. I tried to stay up to watch it, but obviously I was getting very tired and was not able to do that. But an incredible day there in NFL football. And if my computer would ever update, I would give you all the rest of the sports. That's so awesome that I don't understand why we can't get great computers right here. But that's just sports report.
That's enough sports. Lynn's got your fix in the 419.
Everybody wants to do something to try to help the hurricane victims. The devastation is so vast, and the death toll continues to climb. And they need the most basic things like water. And the Culverson Finley is stepping up to try to help out. We have a whole big trailer, and they're loading it up with bottled water, and they're going to drive it down. And they're asking for donations. They say for every case of water that comes into the Finley Culvers, they're giving that donor a free value basket, limit 4 per day. But they said that they don't want to leave the parking lot, leave that unless that trailer is absolutely full. And their biggest issue would be to fill it twice. They said they'll drive down twice. So they're asking for help, asking for donations, and they're going to drive it down to the Carolinas themselves, the owners of the Culvers down there. So no set cutoff for donations or the promotion, so you can follow along on their Facebook page. I'll make sure that there's a link up on ours.
I love that.
Filling you in on fun in the 419.
Fun in the 419. Nobody better than Guy in the 419 to let you know what's happening this weekend.
Tomorrow is the first 4x-Fest, BG 4x-Fest that is sponsored by Thayer Ford. This is going to be a fun time. They've got a whole list of events, starting with a convoy parade taking place at 9:30 in the morning.
Oh, a little convoy.
Guess who's going to be in that?
Are
Guy
you
in the
gonna be-
419.
Really cool.
And it's an all-day event. This is a family-friendly event. They've got a kiddie area. They've got sled poles. They've got a mud pit. They got everything. This is going to be just an absolute blast down there in Bowling Green. If you want to go in the opposite direction, there's a great fall festival that's taking place up in Ida, just up on Lewis Avenue. They've got an array of games. They've got smallest pumpkin contest. They've got pumpkin decorating, live music, tons of entertainment. So this is taking place in Ida, Michigan tomorrow. It's up at the Ida Farmers Market.
Nice.
So that's going to be a great event. And finally, we've got one of the really, really big fun events that's taking place. You go all the way out to West Unity.
Wow.
Saturday, West Unity, Ohio. They are kicking off their 3-month-long, get this, ready for it? Christmas town.
Oh my gosh.
The entire town is converted to a small Christmas town. I was there yesterday. They've got tons of shops for, oh my gosh, you walk in this one that they got a fudge shop and everything. I'm telling you, it's a great time. You can go there. If you can't make it this weekend, go there week after week after week.
They do know on Sunday it's going to be 79 degrees, don't they?
You know, that's okay. That's okay. It makes the shopping really easy that way.
This is Christmas like that.
You know, I like to wait till after Halloween, so maybe I'll go after, maybe the 1st of November. I'll head out that way. But you can go out there if you're a big fan of Christmas. Is a great place to go.
Oh, I know people that are just they love it, and not that I don't love Christmas, but all right, fantastic. Listen, doing stories here for your country music news.
Well, we're going to have to touch on Garth Brooks addressing sexual assault allegations. So we'll tell you which Yellowstone alum is making his Grand Ole Opry debut and give you a listen to Ella Langley's viral take on a Willie Nelson classic.
All right, that's cool. It's all coming up on your country music news. Lynn, Marco,
the Friday Facebook Live right here on Toledo's K100.
Toledo's K100.
That Ella Langley clip is on Dr. Dave's.
Okay.
And of course, we've got some great music taking place in the area. One of the ones I want to mention was the Grateful Dead Roots. It's a fall tour. This is taking place at a place called the Golden Road over on Dorr Street. This is going to be October 6th. So if you're a fan of Grateful Dead music, if you like you like that genre, this is going to be a great time. Like I said, give me at the Golden Road. Doors open at 7 p.m. Shows at 8 p.m. So go check that out.
Nice.
And But to tell us about some more wonderful music going in the area
What's up,
is
Toledo? Hope y'all had a great weekend and got to check out last weekend's lineup of shows. The guys and I had a great time traveling to Worcester, Ohio to bring the Andy Joe experience to the annual Worcester Fest. We had a great time kicking it in Worcester, and they definitely gave us a big, warm Worcester welcome. And on Saturday, I had a great time not only bringing the Andy Joe show to Mexico Lindo, but surprising my uncle with a surprise birthday party. We had a great time celebrating him, but he makes it easy, and also getting to celebrate a Buckeye win as well. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking forward to another weekend of live local music and hit the road again this weekend. So let's get to this weekend's Music Know with Andy Joe. On Friday, Whiskey Gypsy is kicking it at Danny's Cafe in Rossford. Headed to Kara's Cocoa House is the Renegade Lemonade Duo. The 25s are at Bar 145. And me, well, I'm looking forward to hitting the road and headed to Bradner, Ohio to kick it with my friends at Snuffy's Reloaded. On Saturday, Random Act is bringing their act to the Distillery stage. Two Love Missing is kicking it at Bar 145, and Canterbury 5 is headed to the Sandbar. And the guys and I are hitting the road again to catch the Buckeye win and to celebrate the win at Fenders in Columbus. We're so looking forward to bringing the experience to Fenders and making our debut in Columbus. Now, one thing we know is that Columbus and our fellow Buckeyes are going to give us a big, warm Buckeye welcome. OH. And next Thursday, for some of y'all, it may be too early to play some of your favorite Christmas songs, but it's never too soon to crack open a Mommy Bay Brewing Company ice cold Blitzen beer. The guys and I are so excited and cannot wait to be bringing the Andy Joe experience to the Mommy Bay Brewing Company Blitzen release party and playing some of our favorite Christmas songs to celebrate. So come celebrate the Blitzen release with food, ice cold Blitzen beer, and the Andy Joe experience. Toledo, have a great weekend and make sure you get out and check out this weekend's lineup of shows. Make sure you stay in the know with the Music Know with Andy Joe. On K100, today's Best Country with Lynn and Marco in the morning and Guy in the 419 Facebook Friday Live Show. Have a great weekend.
The Music Know with Andy Joe. The Music Know with Andy Joe. She'll tell you where to go. The Music Know.
Here for your weather. Mix of clouds and sun. 75 going to be our high today. Clear tonight, 52 for the low. Tomorrow, sunny and a high near 74. A couple real nice days.
Right now, 52 at Toledo's K100. Your weather is sponsored by Jim White Toyota. Cars arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. Traffic remains in fine shape overall. It looks like we do have a road closure due to an accident up in Ottawa Lake. Memorial Highway, north and southbound between Green Road and Yankee. You are asked to avoid the area. Police are on the scene and working to get that cleared up.
You know what I mean?
Call or text if there's anything else. 419-240-1000. That line is sponsored by Perrysburg Premier Garage Door.
All right, let's figure out what's going on in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee.
All right, let's talk something I hate talking about, but Garth Brooks, country icon that he is, being sued for alleged sexual assault and rape by a former makeup artist identified as Jane Roe. The charges reportedly stem from alleged incidents where Garth supposedly made unwanted advances, including lewd text messages and groping that led to rape. Garth is also accused of exposing himself to her on multiple occasions. Roe states that she began working with Trisha Yearwood in 1999 as a hair and makeup artist. She began work with Garth in 2017 and alleges that the rape took place in Los Angeles in a hotel room in 2019 when they were both there in Los Angeles for a Grammy event. Garth immediately responded in a statement to CNN. He said for the last 2 months, he has been hassled to no end with threats, lies, tragic tales of what his future would be if he did not write a check for many millions of dollars. Hush money, no matter how much or how little, is still hush money. In my mind, it means that I am admitting to behavior I am incapable of. Ugly acts no human should ever do to another. So he says that they filed a suit against this person nearly a month ago to speak out against extortion and defamation of character. They filed it anonymously for the sake of families on both sides.
Ugly.
Obviously to be continued.
Ugly.
Let's talk about another superstar who's doing something really wonderful, Eric Church. He is handing over ownership of his first new song in years to his home state in North Carolina. His goal, obviously, is to provide immediate relief following the devastation of Hurricane Helene, as well as providing ongoing funds to support a more resilient future for North Carolina. Darkest Hour is the name of the song. The K100 supporting his efforts, and we are playing it on the hour. As a matter of fact, about 10 minutes from now, you can hear Darkest Hour if you have not. Again, his first new release in more than 3 years.
Yeah.
It is available everywhere. ChiefCares.com is one of the foundation that has been set up to assist not only in North Carolina, but in all states and communities that have been affected from the Appalachia to the Gulf.
Yeah, that's amazing that he's doing that and that he's using something that he can do
It is.
to make a difference.
It is. Another North Carolinian, Scotty McCreary, who actually owns a home in West North Carolina mountains, has come forward encouraging others to help his community in any way that they can, and has also shared his personal connection to the region. So he's certainly right there in the throes of it. With Yellowstone coming to a close, might be time for Luke Grimes, the actor, to focus 100% on his music. Good first step. He is set to make his Grand Ole Opry debut. He's been ramping up his music career over the last few years, and he's going to be taking that fabled stage November 15th for his very first time.
That's Casey on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
In case you don't know which one Luke Grimes is. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And of course, Ella Langley on a rocket ride right now with her career. It continues to gain momentum. She has got her first hit song on the radio, is on tour with Riley Green, is being talked about as the next big thing. What she hasn't had yet is a viral moment until now. Take a listen to her acoustic version of Willie Nelson's Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain.
Knows no pardon. Blue eyes crying in the rain.
Doesn't it just give you chills? Absolutely love it. She says it was one of her grandpa's favorite songs to play and sing, and one of the first songs that she learned. So yeah, got her viral moment. Good for you, Ella Langley. That's your country music news update. If you want anything more on these artists' stories, check out our Facebook page as well as the website K100country.com.
Morning Start with Lynn and Marco.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard to even read that story about Garth.
It is.
Really
I mean,
sad.
here's the thing: is you certainly don't want to just completely negate the victim, right? You don't want to, However, it is on the other side of it. You don't want to believe that it's true with somebody that you don't want to believe that it's true,
right?
But if you're going to come out against somebody like a Garth Brooks, yeah, you got to be pretty confident in your story.
Yeah, I mean, because that typically, and I don't know this girl because it's Jane Rose, obviously not a real name, but the victim in this type of thing doesn't have the financial and celebrity access that
Right.
Garth Brooks has. So you better have something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're going to get mauled if you don't. I mean, there's no way you're going to win against a massive amount of money unless you're right. I don't know, it's hard. But you know what's funny is the thing now, and I just go, you zoom out, worldview with the Diddy thing going on, and now there's just a lot of things happening that you never would have believed 5 months ago. So
Right.
it's like I don't know
Right.
what to believe.
Talk about all the people that are wrapped up with the Diddy
Oh,
thing.
dude,
Oh
they
my
just
gosh,
released a list,
it's
an
it's
unofficial list of Diddy. It's
There-
crazy.
An unofficial list is out.
Well, yeah, I mean it's unofficial because they don't want to be sued, but I mean it's the list that the lawyer is working on. It is
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'll just read this. This is a tweet. But it's somebody that's involved with the investigation. Oh, no, it just went away. But yeah, this list it's politicians, it's CEOs, it's people that you never. And again, I don't know. It's crazy. But what do you believe? Who knows what you believe anymore? I mean, I don't.
Well, I'll tell you what. You want to know something kind of interesting? My wife was telling me about this. That Taylor Swift, she never went anywhere when she was starting off. She never went anywhere without her parents. She never went to any party. She never went to anything without her parents. So she was never wrapped up
Yeah.
with Diddy. She never was wrapped up
This
with.
is the alleged. This is just a few people on the alleged list. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Hunter Biden, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Andrew Cuomo, Cory Booker, Tim Walz, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Stacey Abrams. Let's see. Cast Ashton Kutcher, J-Lo, John Legend, and Chrissy Teigen.
Wow.
I mean, it just goes, and that's
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are on the list. I mean, there's so many. Again, all alleged. Who knows? We're going to find out in court. But again, they have. I want you to know the scope of this. There's been over 3,000 people that have now filed complaints. Now the lawyer's he's representing 150 so far. 3,000 people. So listen, there's an old adage where there's smoke, there's fire. If 3,000 people are saying something happened,
It probably happened.
you can, yeah. I mean, dude, there's no possible way something didn't happen. I mean, it's not one or two people.
Right.
It is thousands. And there's more. And so when they go back to the Garth Brooks thing, it's like and listen, if this is true, amen for people saying, hey, okay, maybe it gave them the strength to say, well, this is happening to me, which is kind of what happened with the whole, with the whole Me Too movement.
Right.
So who knows? I mean, as long as if these things are real, credible accusations and they're true, man, dude, you should say whatever the hell happened.
Absolutely.
I mean,
100%.
yeah.
Doesn't matter who they are.
No.
Doesn't matter who
no one should get away with that if
Right.
it's true.
Yep.
But we don't know.
But what was the situation that happened within the past year? There's a baseball player, and this woman was like, I'm gonna wreck him. I'm gonna ruin his career. I'm gonna destroy him.
Yeah.
And it was all lies.
Yeah.
So
well, the same thing happened to the Commanders had a kicker that was really good, played for Jacksonville. His name was I forget his name now, but we signed him over the this offseason.
Yeah.
And he had allegations when he was a Jaguar on a plane, and this stewardess, whatever, and the NFL did a thorough investigation, and then they're like, there's no credible. So this girl, and we released him because we can't have this. This guy's got sexual assault allegations. So we released him, and we had kicker problems for the longest time until we found this new guy. But it just came out that this guy, turns out,
he was innocent.
Apparently, I mean, and, the NFL, they didn't just ask one or two people. They did a huge investigation.
Right.
And they're like, no credible witness. So
Yeah,
it's like, you hear that and you're like, dude, I mean, just ruined. This guy's was cut from our team. He was on the team and said, hey, man, you got to go, bro.
I was talking to a cop from Bowling Green, and he was saying that that's one of the toughest things that they deal with is these allegations of, well, this guy sexually assaulted me.
She said.
And it's like, okay, what, trying to figure out, they certainly don't want to dismiss somebody that says that, because it's obviously a very, very serious thing. But there are times that they found that, well, no, she was kind of scored, or they both had too much to drink. They both did some things that maybe they wouldn't have done if they were sober.
Yeah.
And the next morning she had regrets, or she was mad at him because he
dude, I read this. There's probably 1,000 Reddit stories of like the way people in their early 20s now are hooking up, and I'm so glad that I was just. I mean, literally, like this is a hyper example of like hooking. He's like, so we were getting hot and heavy, and I asked her, is this okay? Then we went a little more, and I'm like, are you sure are we good here? And then it's like this process of keep checking to where you're at, so that it's insane.
People are terrified now. They're terrified.
I gotta check. It's like when you play those video games, you're like, hey, you made it to the extra. You're in the driving game. You're like, dude, you're extra time. Every time it's like, I got extra time. I don't know how far we're gonna get here, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But you know what I mean. If
but
it
it's
stops stuff from happening,
it's a serious thing. Well,
it is.
and because guys can be aggressive. They
Sure.
can be. They're when it's hard to stop once you get going. So it's no, I certainly don't ever want to dismiss the if somebody claims that, because that's but that's a very serious that's a very serious claim.
Yeah.
So if you are going to claim it, one, make sure that you've got proof.
Yeah.
Because even just. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, and it said it in Lynn's report. There's text messages. So if there's text messages that are explicit, I mean,
that's right.
I mean, then you're really getting to, dude. That's really, if you're making that kind of, and she said there'll be solid proof of at least sexual text messages, which that has to put you in a very, dude, if there's. in my own opinion, if you have nasty text messages about what you want to do to somebody, then you that line is he's married, and this
Right.
is like so
Yeah.
he's crossed. If he's crossing that line, then you have to just believe to yourself, well, maybe he could.
Then then it's possible.
It's definitely
Without
possible.
beyond a reasonable doubt, right?
Right.
Isn't that what
Definitely
they? Yeah.
possible at that point.
Beyond the reason of a doubt. Is that what they say? Yeah, that's well, and what I always when I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there, which is to tell my daughters and my sons too. Like, you can swim in the ocean and you'll be fine. But if you're gonna go swim over by the pier, you're taking a risk, right? You're putting yourself. So the best thing to do, just don't go swim in those waters, man.
Yeah,
Don't swim in those waters, and you'll be fine, right? So when my daughter goes off to college, look, don't go anywhere without your friends. Always have your friends with you.
Right.
Don't, I'm not gonna say, oh, don't drink, because it's college, and I know what happens at college. I was there, right? So, but I guess the best thing I can tell her is have a good group of friends.
Yeah.
And you all look out for each other.
The best thing you can tell a child, boy or girl, is situational awareness.
Right.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Because that stops a lot of things. Because a lot of these things are just by chance.
Right.
That's why I always loved my husband when we would go out. Even he would always take the chair facing the door, so he was always going to know what was going on.
No, I'd do that. Yeah.
I used to be. So this was back in 20.
Hang on.
Hang
Hold
on a
that
second.
story
All right.
1 second. Think about it. That is Luke Combs. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma from the Twister soundtrack there on K100. Lynn and Marco with you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for chilling with us. We're live on a Friday, Facebook Live. It's a Feel Good Friday, too. If you got anything making you feel good, you can leave the comments in our live section here, or you can hit us up by call or text. And let us know.
When that movie came out was well after the release of that song, and that song got me all excited about the movie, and I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
What?
I know.
They say it's better than the first one.
I know. Maybe this weekend. Now I can rent it.
You know, rent it.
Yeah.
You rent the old DVD. Mix of clouds and sun today. Not bad. 75 going to be our high. Clear tonight. 52 the low. Tomorrow sunny and 74.
Right now, 52 at K100. Your weather is sponsored by Jim White Toyota. Cars arriving daily. Right car, right price right now. Traffic continues to be in good shape. Construction zones moving smoothly. Just the one problem in Ottawa Lake. So the road closure is still in place. Memorial Highway north and south now between Green Road and Yankee. Avoid the area if you're able to do it. 419-240-1000. Caller Texas anytime. That line's sponsored by Perrysburg Premier Garage Door.
All right, Taylor Swift is going to be closing down the most prolific tour that's ever happened, the Eras Tour, in December in Vancouver. How would you like to be there for free? Tickets, hotel, airfare, and just a great time to see probably something that you'll probably never get to see again.
No, this is one of those things you're going to be telling your grandkids about. The Taylor Swift Tour's Eras and historical in every way. And you could be there on us. All you have to do, listen for the national keywords. When you hear them, text them to 95819. Every time you do it, you're qualified again.
Yeah, 95819. You can text it right now. The keyword is BEGIN, BEGIN, BEGIN. 95819. You text that right now. You're automatically entered in and a shot to win.
Good luck.
K100. All the details at K100country.com. Lynn and Marco, weekday.
What do you think? You have a better shot of winning the lottery or getting one of those tickets?
Oh, definitely
We've
this.
had winners already.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we actually have had a really good share of winners from the national contest.
Well, Beth Ann McCarty hasn't won one of those. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Is she entering when she hears them? Is she actually actively participating?
Well, I am.
Oh, okay.
I am,
Good.
for
On her
her.
behalf. Oh, good.
For her. All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're shutting down this hour of the Facebook Friday Live. Stay on Facebook because you're going to get a notification that we are back on for hour 2. That way you can go back and rewatch this. And you don't have to go. Maybe you saw something really funny that you want to rewatch and you want to check it out. I was going to say right before we went to the break. I used to be a youth minister, and there was one time I remember so it was for junior high. And I had a couple high school helpers, and I was cleaning things up, and the one high school girl was down there with me, and I said, whoa. I said, where's so there was another adult that was there. I said, where's, and they were like, oh no, everybody's gone. And it was like, okay. And I immediately went upstairs and outside and stood outside until her parents came and picked her up. Not that I think that she would ever say anything, but again, it was, I'm not swimming in those waters.
No.
I'm not even going to put myself in a situation
Where
where
anybody can cast aspersions.
exactly right.
Right.
When I taught I was a teacher at St. Ursula, and the door was always open. Always. It was never, ever, ever closed. If it was, yeah.
It kind of a shame to have to think about that,
I
but
know,
it's
it really
at
is,
the same
but-
time, maybe it's good.
Yeah.
We have forced people to think like
and
that.
and again, like I said, not that I would ever think that this girl, she was a sweetheart. I don't think she, obviously she never would have said anything, but I didn't even want to swim in those waters.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we're shutting down this hour. Tune in for hour 2 coming up here in just a couple of minutes.